that one was the one, but it was for the wrong. It had the wrong result. It made him a very, very dangerous man, and you know, you could see how intense he was on wanting to go out there. And even when he was throwing in early in the fight, when he was throwing counter punches, I've never seen him throw with that kind of, like Mike Tyson used to say, bad intention.
Any kind of success or any kind of result, especially after that performance. Usyk's getting better and better. He just improves every time he fights, and now he's bigger and thicker set, 20 pound heavier tonight than what he was when he beat Usyk.
Recent clips from Usyk's training camp show him in phenomenal form like no one else in the sport today. His training techniques are so unusual, they seem to push his reflexes to a supernatural level. It's like he anticipates every strike. Before it's even thrown, every move is calculated, steady, and razor sharp. This offbeat regimen is a key reason why he's so elusive in the ring and why opponents find it nearly impossible to crack his defense. Many question whether Usyk could keep dominating bigger, younger heavyweights. Going into the rematch with Daniel Dubois, the pressure was real, but Usyk didn't flinch. Instead, he put on a clinic. His timing was spot on, his movement flawless, and he never lost control. Russ Somber emphasized how Usyk stepped into the ring with a point to make, and boy, did he make it. He broke Dubois down bit by bit, showing that his skill set is still at the elite level. This wasn't just a win, it was a loud message to the division. Usyk's still the king.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised because I had never seen him so intent on wanting to knock somebody out. You know, like it's the quickest knockout he scored, I think, in his professional career.
Yes,
I'd
even
have
at
to look
cruiserweight.
Yeah, I'd have to look to be sure, but you know, it's the quickest knockout he scored. He was a man on a mission.
Yeah.
He was really personally hurt and offended by the remarks made by Team Dubois, by George Fox, Don Charles' son, by Don himself. Questioned. I think the straw that broke the camel's back was questioning Usyk's faith.
Yes.
Now you could question a lot. You could question his skill, question boxing, or whatever you want. Questioning his faith, bro.
Yeah.
That was something that really hit a chord, and you don't often, you know, Tyson Fury couldn't get to
No, he tried every head game in the book.
But that one was the one, but it was for the wrong. It had the wrong result. It made him a very, very dangerous man, and you know, you could see how intense he was on wanting to go out there, and even when he was throwing in early in the fight, when he was throwing counter punches, I've never seen him throw with that kind of, like Mike Tyson used to say, bad intentions.
Yeah, bad intentions, yeah.
He was throwing with bad intentions, yeah.
Usyk's impact stretches far beyond boxing. At the peak of his career, he made the courageous choice to represent Ukraine during wartime. While others might have backed away, he stood firm, defending his country's honor. That selfless act gained him enormous admiration back home. He's more than a boxing champion. He's a symbol of national pride. Once dismissed by some in the British boxing scene, Usyk has now earned his place among the sport's all-time greats through grit, action, and heart.
Usyk's involvement in the war began when he enlisted in the Ukrainian Territorial Defense Forces after the Russian invasion. His decision to fight for Ukraine has had a profound impact on the country, making him a symbol of hope and resistance. Usyk's presence on the front lines has boosted the morale of the Ukrainian military and civilian population alike. So this man kept his heavyweight championship, continued to be heavyweight champion, no losses, nothing on his record, and still went and defended his country during war. Given that, you gotta give him the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time. His accolades inside the ring match it. But now that I find this out, that the man was in the front line, and they said that even after the Fury fight, he was keeping in contact with the soldiers, and he was, boosting the morale and boosting his countrymen and raising money for the war. Regardless of politics, whether war should be going on or not, and who should be killing who, it don't matter. The man went to war.
Carl Froch has openly praised Usyk's consistent growth. With every bout, Usyk becomes more polished, stronger, smarter, and even more dangerous. Froch dismissed the idea of Joseph Parker being a real challenge, pointing to Parker's previous defeats and lack of edge. Froch even hinted that Usyk might want to retire soon. He's already conquered different weight classes, defended his belts, and cemented his place in history. Fighting someone like Moses won't add much more. It's a widely held belief. Usyk has reached the summit.
Heavier tonight than what it was when he beat Fury, which I said earlier. He just looks like a big, solid heavyweight, big, solid, dangerous heavyweight, but I'd like to see him retire. He's 38 years old. Eventually it's going to catch up with him, the age, and there's nothing left to do. He's made an absolute fortune, and he don't need it anymore. He's done it. He's clocked it. He's completed it. It's like he's got the cheat code, and it's like it's not fair on everybody else. So I'd like to see Usyk retire. Let me know in the comments who you'd like to see him fight next. Somebody like Moses Atoma, I just don't think is going to be ready. I think if you're managing Moses, you need to take your time with him. You can't be chucking him in there. People say, yeah, chuck him in there with him, fight him, see how he goes. If he gets beat, he's lost to Usyk. But it could destroy his soul. It could take away that young, promising prospect that Atoma is. He could have a good future, and to fight somebody like Usyk now, if he got wiped out and got disheartened, it could be the end of his career. So I just think Usyk now, really, nobody can say anything to Usyk if he retires now after that win. He's done everything there is to do. Fury twice, AJ twice, now Dubois twice. There's nobody else left to beat. He's done it. Usyk should just hang the gloves up. He's been a fantastic addition to the heavyweight division since coming up from cruiserweight. He's been absolutely brilliant, and what he did tonight against Dubois was nothing short of just... He made it look easy, and I don't want to disrespect Daniel Dubois, but he just made it look easy, and he does make rounds look easy, doesn't he? Whoever is in with, whether he's in with Tyson Fury, whether he's in with AJ, he makes it look easy.
Style-wise and skill-wise, Parker just doesn't stack up. Oladipo floated another idea, maybe a Chisora rematch, not because it would be competitive, but because Chisora always brings entertainment. His wild energy and chaotic approach could hype the event. Still, in terms of pure competition, neither Parker nor Chisora appears to have what it takes to pose a real threat to Usyk right now.
Then, well, here it is. Here's your world title shot. You're going to fight for a world title, right? But if you're Joseph Parker, and I spoke to Andy Lee, it isn't just a case of fighting for a world title. You want to fight the number one for the world title, and that guy is Oleksandr Usyk. So, yeah, there must be loads of conversations going on right now. Loads of conversations. I did say this the other day, and I don't know, sometimes I'm like, when I was in the ring and I was interviewing Oleksandr Usyk, I was desperate because of my love for Joseph Parker. I was desperate for Joseph Parker to get... I know he got in the ring after, but I'm talking about on the zone. So whilst everyone is still in the stadium and everyone's still tuned in, I was desperate for him to kind of just jump in the ring. I was desperate for him to do it. Chisora was trying to do it. So Chisora knows how to play the game. And as much as people are like, what's Chisora doing? Chisora won't get the fight, but that's kind of what you got to do. And I know people are like, well, 1 second, it's not like that. It's rankings. Well, no, it's not though, is it? Because, again, Oleksandr Usyk can vacate the belt. He can say no. You have to kind of do what Daniel Dubois did last time. Daniel Dubois, rightly or wrongly, got in the ring, pissed Usyk off. Usyk's like, okay, we'll fight then. Fuck it. If this is what you're doing, dude, we'll fight. And I felt like there was a time where I wanted Joseph Parker to almost nudge me, and I'm telling you now, we're kind of told not to give the mic. I don't know if you see, I always hold onto the mic. I would have given Joseph Parker the mic, and I would like Joseph Parker, because there's a mean side to Joseph Parker. I think everyone sees the friendly side. I've seen the mean side, and I wanted Joseph Parker to say, I want my shot. You've been ducking me. All these things might not be true, but do it. Sell it. The crowd would have gone a bit wild, right? Because I think a lot of the crowd want Joseph Parker to get his shot, but that's not what happened. And all of a sudden, you're seeing Jake Paul in the ring doing a face-off. You're seeing all these, and I'm like, where's Joseph Parker? Where are you, Joseph?
It's no surprise that people are starting to draw lines between Usyk and Muhammad Ali. While their techniques differ, the sense of brilliance they exude is comparable. Both men think several steps ahead inside the ring. They don't just hit, they outsmart, disrupt, and dismantle. Usyk's ability to adjust mid-fight and completely dominate echoes the traits that made Ali so iconic. This isn't about status or stardom. It's about boxing as a cerebral art form, and Usyk's mastery has become impossible to ignore.